Just a heads up for all you people thinking that the update will be coming out soon. It won't. It'll probably come out the same amount of time, 6 months, half a year, or 7 to 8 months, which is practically a year or 9 months even. And the truth is, that's the minimum. The minimum is 6 months, and that's what we should be expecting for update 5. I believe a lot of people may have thought or may have, been excited. A lot of people are excited for update 6 and are thinking that this update will save the game, but I'm thinking that with this length of time that they're doing, we wait 6 months for something while the game is actively losing its players, and while a bunch of bugs are happening, NPCs are not spawning, people are getting false bans. Supposedly a bunch of people are getting false banned, and it's like nobody's talking about this. You guys, we have to learn that as much as they promise us a lot of stuff, we have to realize that is it worth waiting 6 months? And most of this stuff, 6 months to 9 months, is it really worth to wait for that when we probably only gonna get like some of it? Since they sneak peek a lot, but most of the time the stuff they sneak peek they don't even release. Like, do you remember Cyborg? They've been sneak peeking that for the longest. Do you remember all the bleach clothing? They've been sneak peeking that for a long time. A lot of stuff that wasn't added. The dungeon hasn't been added, yet they sneak peeked the dungeon. There was a certain cave thing they sneak peeked that never came out. There's a bunch more I can say. There was some clothing from Perona. Perona was never added to the game. And now I'm curious, when is it going to happen? Are we supposed to expect this at update 5.5? Has it been confirmed that we're gonna get 5.5? So regardless, man, I guess, who knows? I guess we'll get the dungeon at 5.5 and the stuff that we didn't get initially on release, which is kind of like, what? It's just not it, I feel like compared to other games in a year, I feel like they could add a lot more content compared to what GPO does. And this is not just me nagging video, it's like I really don't understand where on certain other developers they can push out so much content within a year. Like, they can make just islands on islands on islands and bosses and accessories, and they deliver with every promise they have. But these developers right here, they promise stuff. Why promise it if you're not gonna come in clutch, man? Why promise it? You're just gonna well, I know why they're doing it. It's because they want our expectations to be high, so we're excited, so we show up on the release date. That's why. But I still, like, genuinely, I wonder, like, can GPO even be saved anymore? Because the update that supposedly is going to save it, we have to wait 7 to 8 months for it now. 6 to 9 months. Who knows? The range is 6 to 9. And it's like, okay, so in half a year or in a year, we will save the game, we will update and then save the game. You can save 5.5, and even then 5.5 will only add a dungeon. It's probably gonna add a dungeon and some small stuff. Like, it's not gonna be a big update, so you cannot expect much from it. The battle royale mode, that we already have, the 2 fruits. It's like, they're cool, sure, but they're not enough to save the game. I was expecting it to come out, quicker than what it was, because I had this misunderstanding that we'll be getting content over time, but it seems like the content is not coming over time and we have to wait a year for it. I was so optimistic as well. When I saw the vote that said, early on the vote, they used to say that the content over time was waiting, but then over time, I noticed that people, the thing that had the most votes were once at all, everything at once. And so I guess, we still follow the same formula, once a year updates, where we get like 1 week's worth of content. Once again, all we get in the next update probably is going to be a battle royale mode, 3 fruits and a couple of bosses and an island. Yikes. Unless they just deliver, but as I said, I don't have any faith in them. I used to have it. You can see my past videos where I used to say they will definitely save the game if they come through with this, but I realize now, after looking at the vote, I realize we just have to wait a year for all this stuff, and it just makes me not excited at all. Maybe if it came out in a couple of months, only in bits and pieces, it'd be okay. that's not happening at all. So yeah, so nothing to say, man. Nothing to say. Tell me in the comments if you think I'm wrong, you know, if you think that I'm being way too negative. And yeah, check out the video we made yesterday where I was talking about something. I forgot what I was talking about, but it was important.